Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US indices for the 18th of September. So we're pretty much on track within our wave 4. We're kind of halfway through it, I guess. So we're looking from wave 3 to wave 4 here. The 38.2% retracement level comes in around the 32. That would be from wave 2 here to the top of wave 3. So we're in group 1 here, and when a market comes down into group 1, it gets a bit bouncy, so it's bounced off the 3 here and also bounced off the 2 here. So yeah, I'm just looking at it as a simple ABC here, but we know that wave 4s can get rather complicated, so we just need to be a little bit mindful of that as well. So caution is required. Once we have completed, it's a little bit easier when I say when it is completed. As the correction matures more and more and more, we get to understand it more and more, and we can get to understand the end of it as well, which sets us up for the next trend coming into play. But we'll also need to confirm that change in trend as well. Right, so let's just go in and check this. So on the 4-hour chart, that's another count on the 6-hour chart. Sorry about that, hit the wrong button. So yeah, look, not a lot of change here, but the main point here is that the turn is confirmed and we've been short down here, so we really need to understand this, and we'll also compare this to the Nasdaq and also some of the FANG stocks as well. And they're all all the stocks are they're all heading in the same direction, but they're all kind of unique as well in their own way. So but anyway, it's kind of helpful to have a quick look at them. Yeah, so the 38.2% retracement levels down at the 32 here. Will it get there? That's another question. It does appear on the S&P that we have 5 waves down here. On the NASI, it just seems we have 3 waves down here, and it's doing a wave 4 and then move down further. So we'll check on that. But yeah, a simple, well, this wasn't so simple that sort of threw me out here. But we kind of managed it reasonably well. But wave A here, an A and a B and a C here kind of fits. You could have a different count for all of this, but you would still end up with wave B here. So even if you've got wave A sitting here, then it wouldn't make it doesn't make that much difference. So also what we're looking for here, there's normally some sort of equality between wave A and C in terms of distance, and that's looking good so far, in that we were looking for this target area down here, which would make this leg and this leg roughly the same, you know, but we'll see when that dance is done. And on the hourly chart, we'll just move in a little bit further. So yeah, we've got our A, B and C here. So yeah, the idea was that looking for a retested resistance on the 3400, which we got here. It didn't quite get back up to here, but we did call the high in. Let's just go to the hourly chart and so the 15. Let me just check on the 15-minute chart first. Right, so I might just go to the tick chart actually, but in a nutshell, this is the 50-60% retracement level here. And I was thinking of all of this as the A wave, this is a B wave, and up for the C wave here. Either way, it should just come to the top here and then fade to that point. So we need to work out where we can short on the downside here for this as well. We looked to short here yesterday. And we're looking for a rally to come back into the 3396, which panned out really quite well actually. So just on the tick chart here, let's get in a bit more data. Yeah, so what I wanted to talk about, this is the high here, and that's the high on the futures market, right? So we counted down I think it's important to go over this because I just want to show you sort of what I can figure out and what I can't figure out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the wave 1, the A, the B and the C here, and then yesterday we looked at this as being wave 1 down here, and we're looking for the retracement here at 3396, so that came in quite nicely. So that would be wave 1 and 2 here. Oh no, that fits. Okay, I've got it. Yeah, it's all right. It's on the right track. No, it's not. 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've still got an extra wave here. I think that's my problem here. So I'm a bit worried about this. I've got one extra wave here because from here I can count 1 and 2, and this would be 3 and 4 in here and down for 5. So I've got this extra wave there, which is a little bit annoying. And also too, I've got an extra wave in this little structure here. I mean, this one fits nicely as an A and a B and a C for the A wave here. Yeah, so I was thinking, sorry about that, just a bit early in the morning, but an A wave, and then an A and a B and a C. So this C wave here doesn't play, and also this C wave here on the cash market is much lower. Let me just double check here for that. Because I kind of, like when I don't know something, I've got to kind of tie it in, I've got to bring the cash market into it, then I've got to bring the NASI into it, and just kind of find, if I don't have an answer, then come up with the best answer that I can in that space. So yeah, so here I'm a little bit concerned about this because there's 5 waves in this structure, and yet I've got this extra wave in here for that. So that haunts me as well. On the upside here, we can look at this here, because between wave B here and wave C here, we're looking for 5 waves, so that should just about be finished there, and we'll be looking for another move up here, on here, here and here. So from wave B to wave C here, we're looking at 1 and 2 here, and I'm just assuming this is wave 3 because I can see 5 waves in there. There's no real overlap there, that's okay. And then we've got this structure here, which has got a lot of form to it. And what I mean by that is that, like, it's tricky to see the 5 waves in here and a bit tricky to see the 5 waves in here. But here it's really clear that, you know, that 5 waves is being produced. Is 1 ABC for 2 and 3 and ABC for 4 here and going up for 5. So I think that we've just got one more little move up here. I was thinking about shorting if and when the 3,350 became the retested resistance, but we should be able to get in earlier than that too. But that's one place that we can get into this trade. So if this becomes the retested resistance here at the 3350, then move in. And can I be wrong with this at all? Maybe I could be wrong with this. Maybe this wave 3 here can sit on here, and that would make this wave 4 then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, but it would just create too many overlapping wave structures. But just be mindful of that if that drops. But if the 335 becomes the retested resistance, then we can look to short from that point. But otherwise we should see one more move up here and then turn down from there. So what I was thinking is that if you wanted to get a bit closer to the market, let's just assume for a moment that we got one more wave up here. I can draw on this side of the price. I can't draw on this side. So we would have the move up for wave 3, back for wave 4, and then up for wave 5 here. So if the market, this is all of group 2 here. So if group 2 was rejected, it would have to be rejected like this here. It would have to come up here and have that that first low below the level, the 65 below the level, and then come down from that point. So you could look to short at that point. For whatever reasons, if this drops and this becomes the resistance down here, then we need to be shorting from this space here for that. So with that in mind, let me find the NASDAQ. So with the NASDAQ, we were looking at, well, this down for the A wave, and yes, that can be counted differently, but you still end up with this situation, and then an A and a B and a C wave here for the B wave. And then I was looking this down for 1 and back for 2 here, and looking down further for wave 3, 4, and 5 down here. So I was just kind of lining this up with the S&P in a way, and it's also too, if you're trading short in the market yesterday for the S&P, it came pretty close to the old lows here, but it was always good to keep an eye on the NASDAQ as well, because it was hitting 11,000 and obviously that's going to cause some support, and that's exactly what happened. So even though you don't trade the NASI, it's a good idea just to keep an eye on it in the background. So I'm just assuming we've got wave 1 here, and then we'll have an A wave here, B wave here, and a C wave here for this, right? But when I look on the 15-minute chart to count that, it counts differently. So from the top here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the rally, and then we've got wave 1 here, and 2 here, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the third wave. So to me, that's really quite clear. That's clear, that's clear, and then this would make wave 4 here, pulling back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, and then wave 5 of 3 down here for this. And then wave 4 here, pulling back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. And yeah, so we don't have 5 waves down, we only have 4 waves down. I know I've got 1 extra wave in the S&P around here, but and maybe that's got something to do with this, and this is the correct count. So I'm just saying that we just need to be a little bit mindful here for this. So so this could probably come up a little bit more like the other market and then come down. So after having 1 more wave down, say down to the 11,800, I think we just really need to be a little bit careful at that point, right? So the other main point here is the 11,000. So if we see this market play out in terms of coming down to this would be a good target to take some profit, okay, if you're shorting this market. And if the 10.8 here becomes the retested resistance, would need this pattern here as well for this to move down further, that would be the setup here. So you could exit here and then wait for this and move back in just to be safe, because if we get 5 waves down here, then the market could come back up and find support here and then move up from this point based on this particular structure of 5 waves here. So that's a little bit just something that we need to watch out for. So we need to line that up with the S&P 500, and let's just have a look at the other markets, some of the FANG stocks. So I was looking at this here, as you know, as this is Amazon here, just on one, all these are on 100 ticks. So an A wave here, an A, B, C here, and we had this structure down here, and as I mentioned before with this, it's like, well, I can see 5 waves in this structure here, so is that the low or what? And then as it started to bounce across here, we go, no, well, that's just part of that, so we'll see further move down. So wave 1 here, back for wave 2, then wave 1 and 2 here, and then this is all the third wave, fourth wave, and fifth wave. So this will just be the third wave coming into play here. So I can see that this has got further to come down. So this will be 1 and wherever 2 is here, and this will be 3 to here, 4 to here with rejection, and then down here for wave 5. So that will take us down to 2,800 roughly speaking, but we're into group 2 here, so it can come a little bit lower, but that's sort of where we are with this. So that needs to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to come down here. And And so that's, to me, that's quite clear, this situation, because it's not going to end in three waves here at this point. So we've still got a few sessions to go. We're still in the bearish market for that. With Apple here, I haven't pulled this apart on the tick chart yet, but it is rejecting the 110 here. So if you wanted to short that, you can short it below those lows here. And that should pull us down to the 100 where we get the bounce here for wave 4. Google always reminds me of Mr. Magoo, this one. So yeah, look, we just counted the waves as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, and then we've had this little ABC. It didn't really come back up much, and then we've got the impulse wave here, and then we watched it. Just been watching this bounce across the 1500, which is a medium level, and obviously last night it's broken through here. So if we counted this here, I'll just borrow these, I'll move these, I don't want too many things on the chart. So this would be wave 1 and 2 here for this, and this is probably 1 and 2 and the third wave here, and fourth wave and fifth wave. So in this case, because you can kind of see how they're all a little bit different in their ways, And then this will bring us down for wave 5 here. So from wave 2 to wave 3 here, I'm assuming that this is wave 1 rather than an A and a B and a C wave here. I need to pull that apart, but we're just shooting the breeze here. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 down here for wave 3, and then back for wave 4, and then down for wave 5 here. Wave 5 will be roughly the same as wave 1 here in terms of length. So you can see that we've still got a little bit to go in these stocks. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. So you get the general sort of idea, but I just want to recap on the S&P 500 because that's where we trade a bit. So yeah, look, you could probably even, I've mentioned this little setup here. Let's just say that I'm right here and the market does push up from this point. Well, then this wave 4 here, you could also use that as well to, oops, looks like it's going to come down, but let's just say that it does go up there. But if you draw a line across the low of wave 4 here, and if that becomes the retested resistance like that, you can also short it from that point. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to with these setups, we're trying to, the way that I've designed them is that they would confirm the change in trend, because we just don't want to sell into a bullish market unless you can, obviously if you can take the heat. But most people sort of max the leverage to the max. So we just need to be mindful of that. So at the end of the day, the 335 is the retested resistance, is where we can short, okay? If we do have another move up through here, you can look at it like this and get a small position. You don't have to get a full position. And if this moves up through here and comes back, you can also short under the wave 4 there as well. Because the other point is that, I wonder if this move down through here is some sort of wave 1 here, and then an A and a B and a C wave up into this point, and then down from here, because of this extra wave in here. So just looking at this as wave 1 here and wave 2 coming in over at this space here. I don't know if that's the case, but it would give this little pattern here some sense. But anyway, it's not really going to affect our trades. So the 335 as the retested resistance is what we're looking at. And then also look to add on the 40 as well. Don't add on the low down here because it's just going to bounce. You could get the bounce in 3 waves. That would be helpful. And let's just move out to the 1 hour chart. So I've got this here under the 3350 here at this point, and let's see. So our target is still down here at the 3200, which is quite a way down. Well, it depends on what view that you look at. But that's kind of where we are at the moment. The other good point about this is that this move here is also corrective as well. So because this is an ABC pattern here, then it makes whatever happens here, it's all part of the correction. So we will be making new lows below this here. We just got to be careful. It would be also a good idea as well to take a decent chunk of profit at the 330 here, the 3300 here, and then wait for that to become the support. And also coming down through here as well, there's going to be some strong support at all through group 1 here. The market tends to bounce around in here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8 in here, and then we've got 70, 65, 72 in here, which make up group 2, of course. But this is where the market gets sort of bouncy in here. So you need to, if you want to get through to the, if you want to get through to the 3300 here, then you need to have wider stops in this space here. Don't have close stops, because it'll just be bouncing around in, it could bounce around in here a lot, on the downside. So just be mindful of that. Okay, I've waffled on too much today. Bit sleepy, so apologies about that. But good luck and enjoy the weekend. Cheers.